Hello friends, in this video we will learn about term frequency, inverse document frequency. In the last video we saw the vectorization technique backup words, which is going to count the number of occurrences of every unique word in the text corpus, and the weight is considered as a count. Because of this, if a particular word is frequently occurring in all the documents, that word will be given more importance in case of backup words. And in case of TF-IDF, this is going to consider the importance of a word based upon how frequently it occurs in a document as well as how frequently it occurs in a text corpus. And this is going to highlight the words which are frequent in a document but not across all the documents. The meaning is, if a word is frequently occurring in all the documents, that will be given only less importance. Whereas in case of backup words, that is going to be given higher importance. And since the word is appearing in all the documents, that is not going to be a valid feature. Because of that only, this is introducing the inverse document frequency. Here we have two important terms, normalized term frequency, which is TF, and inverse document frequency, IDF. And out of these two terms, TF gives higher weights for the words that occur more frequently in a document. Whereas IDF is going to reduce the weight of the words that occur commonly in multiple documents. So this IDF effect is not present in backup words. Now let us see how to calculate the term frequency. Term frequency is calculated with respect to a single document. It specifies the frequency of a particular term in the given document. And the formula to calculate the term frequency is TF of x comma y. Here x is nothing but the term and y is the document. So TF of x comma y is calculated as count of that particular term in the given document y divided by total number of words in the document y. So here we are normalizing the count by dividing by all the number of words in the given document. And document frequency is number of documents containing the term x in the entire text corpus. And inverse document frequency is calculated as the logarithm of total number of documents in the text corpus divided by number of documents containing the specific term x. So we will say that IDF of x is log of n divided by df of x. So here n is nothing but total number of documents in the text corpus. So finally, in case of TF-IDF, the weight values are assigned as given by this particular formula. W is nothing but the weight value. W of x comma y is going to indicate the weight of the term x in the given document y. So this is calculated by multiplying term frequency of x comma y. That is nothing but it is the normalized frequency of the term x in the document y with log of n divided by df of x. So this is the IDF term. So here df of x is nothing but total number of documents containing the term x. N is the total number of documents in the given text corpus. Now let us consider the steps involved in TF-IDF model. So first we have to convert all the words into lowercase. After that, find the unique words in the given text corpus. Then create a table where the number of rows is equal to number of documents in the text corpus and the number of columns is equal to number of unique words. And every cell in the table now represents the weight value. This weight value gives the importance of a particular word in the document and in the entire corpus. And this is calculated as the product of TF and IDF. And this is going to indicate how often a term is found in the document. And another important thing is how unique the term to the entire corpus of documents. If a word is not unique, then we have to reduce the effect in the weight. Now let me consider the text as Python is an object-oriented programming language. Python is used for data science projects and Python has many libraries. So this is the entire text corpus, which is having totally 3 different documents where every document is nothing but a sentence. So first I'm creating a list called text with all these 3 words. After that, to implement TF-IDF from sklearn.feature_extraction.text, we need to import TF-IDF vectorizer. Then we are going to create an object for this particular class by setting lowercase is equal to true and then stop underscore words is equal to English. When I said lowercase is equal to true, all the letters will be first converted into lowercase, Then if I set stop underscore words is equal to English, it is going to remove all the commonly occurring stop words in the English dictionary. Then the object is created, that is now vectorizer. Then we need to call the function fit underscore transform. With the help of this vectorizer object, this particular text is passed as the argument to the function. Finally, we are creating an object called vectorizer. Now, if I want to find all the features available in this particular text corpus, I need to call the function get underscore feature underscore names. Now I'm going to convert this vector1 into an array by calling vector1.to array, and I'm specifying columns is equal to the feature names. For that, I'm calling the function get underscore feature underscore names. And this is going to return all the names of the features, and those features are represented as the names of the columns. When I run this, this is going to be the output for this particular text corpus. Now, if you consider in the first sentence, Python is appearing one time, as well as the word object is appearing one time. Now, let us see what is the weight value generated for these terms. If you consider for object, I am having 0.4795, whereas for Python, I am having 0.283217. Even though both the terms are occurring one time, they are not having the same weight. They are having different weights. Now, if you consider Python is having less weight when compared to object, the reason for this one is Python is occurring in all the documents in our text corpus. So because of this, since this is a frequently occurring words in all the documents in the entire text corpus, this is given less importance when compared to the rare words. Similarly, in the third document, library is given 0.8610, and then Python is given 0.5085 as a weight, because library is found only in this particular document, whereas Python is found in all the documents. Because of that only, library is given higher importance when compared to Python. And the values expressed in this matrix are nothing but product of TF and IDF values. We can even print IDF values separately by calling vectorizer, which is nothing but the object we have created, dot IDF underscore. So this is nothing but this is a property. When I print this property, this is going to tell me what is the IDF value for each and every word in our text corpus. So the first value is data, and the IDF value corresponding to data is 1.6931. Then for language also, the IDF value is 1.6931. So like that, we can print the IDF value for all the unique words in our text corpus. With the help of backup words and the TF-IDF techniques, we can convert all our features into vectors.